Good morning, students. Last period we take the numerical problems in the first chapter, that is the laws of motion. Today we are going to learn about the next chapter, that is second chapter, work and energy. Before we are going to in this chapter, initially we know the term that is a work and energy in the previous standards. So work, when we say that the work is done scientifically or mentally, there are criteria which is used while saying the work is done. First of all, open your textbook. In your textbook, some pictures are given and observe these pictures. First picture, a little girl writing. Second, a boy which plays a ball. Third picture, a little girl watch the TV. And in fourth, a person carry a heavy load. So these are the pictures given, and observe this picture, and depending upon this picture, some questions are asked. First question, in which of the pictures above has work been done? That means in these four pictures, work is done in which picture? So first picture, that is small girl writing, but ही सिट इन अ वन प्लेस. पहिलं जे पिक्चर आहे त्याच्यामध्ये एक मुलगी लिखाण काम करत आहे. मग त्यावेळेस आपण म्हणू शकत नाही दॅट इज अ वर्क. सायंटिफिकली आपण त्याला वर्क म्हणू शकत नाही. त्याच्यानंतर दुसरं जे पिक्चर आहे, मुवमेंट आहे, बॉल आहे, खेळत आहे मुलगा बॉल. त्याच्यामध्ये बॉल वरती फोर्स ॲक्ट केलेला आहे, त्यामुळं बॉलची पोझिशन सुद्धा चेंज झालेली आहे. म्हणजे त्याच्यामुळे आपण म्हणू शकतो की वर्क तिथं झालेलं आहे. थर्ड पिक्चर जे दिलेलं आहे त्याच्यामध्ये एक मुलगी टीव्ही पाहत आहे, पाहण्याचं काम करत आहे. इट इज नॉट अ फिजिकल वर्क. मग याला पण वर्क म्हणू शकतो का? नाहीये, कारण तिथं फोर्स इंटरॅक्शन आपल्याला दिसत नाही, फोर्स दिसत नाही, आणि त्याच्यामुळे डिस्प्लेसमेंट सुद्धा दिसत नाही. त्याच्यामुळे आपण याला वर्क म्हणता येणार नाही. आणि चौथे जे पिक्चर दिलेलं आहे, एक व्यक्ती एक ओझं घेऊन एका ठिकाणाहून दुसऱ्या ठिकाणी जात आहे, म्हणजे तिथं फोर्स पण आहे आणि डिस्प्लेसमेंट पण आहे. त्या पिक्चरमध्ये आपण म्हणू शकतो की वर्क इज डन. म्हणजे वरी दिलेल्या इन द अबव पिक्चर्स वर्क इज डन इन टू पिक्चर्स, अ बॉल प्लेइंग बॉय अँड अ पर्सन हू कॅरी अ हेवी लोड. इन दॅट टू पिक्चर्स वर्क इज डन. बिकॉज from scientific point of view, when do we say that no work was done? Scientific view म्हणजे शास्त्रीय दृष्टिकोनातून वर्क डन आपण केव्हा झालं म्हणू शकतो, हे महत्त्वाचं आहे. जर एखाद्या वस्तूवरती जर आपण फोर्स ॲक्ट केलेला असेल आणि त्या फोर्समुळं त्या वस्तूचं डिस्प्लेसमेंट जर होत असेल, तर त्यावेळेस आपण म्हणू शकतो वर्क इज डन. अदरवाईज वर्क इज नॉट डन. त्यावेळेसच आपण म्हणू शकतो की वर्क झालेलं आहे. जनरली एनी मेंटल or physical activity is referred to as work. When we walk or run, the energy in our body is used to necessary work. We say that a girl who is studying is working or performing work, but that is mental work. That means एखादी मुलगी अभ्यास करत आहे, लिखाण काम करत आहे, मेंटल वर्क आहे, त्याला वर्क डन म्हणता येणार नाही. म्हणजे बऱ्याचशा ॲक्टिव्हिटीमध्ये आपण काय म्हणतो, वर्क इज डन, पण ते चुकीचं आहे. सायंटिफिक व्ह्यूनं जर आपण विचार केलं तर ते वर्क होऊ शकत नाही. सो इन फिजिक्स वी डील विथ द फिजिकल वर्क. वर्क हॅज अ स्पेशल मिनिंग इन फिजिक्स. फिजिक्स ही जी ब्रँच आहे, या ब्रँचमध्ये वर्क जे आहे याचं स्पेशली मिनिंग आहे. Work is said to be done when a force is applied on an object causes displacement of the object. When we say that work is done, when we apply the force on an object causes displacement in that object, at that time we can say that work is done. So that means work is said to be done is said to be done when a force when a force applied on an object, when a force is applied on an object causes displacement, causes displacement of the object, displacement of the object. So at that time we can say that work is done. Suppose that is the object which is placed. If we apply the force on that object from that side, due to that force, the position of the object gets changes from that position to that position. That is the displacement. That means work is done in that case. Scientifically, by applying force or due to the force, displacement is occur in the object of the object. At that time we can say that work is done. Some questions are given in the textbook. Can you recall? What are different types of forces and their examples? First of all, we know that the force is nothing but the interaction between two objects, or the action push or pull, they refer the force. So different types of forces are present, and also their examples are in day to day life we see the different types of forces. That is a contact forces and non-contact forces. These are main two types of forces, contact forces and non-contact forces. Like friction force, that is a contact force. Muscular force, that is a contact force. Mechanical force, that is the contact force. But some forces we cannot see, or they are the contact forces. That means magnetic force, that is a static force. These are the non-contact forces. So these are the different types of forces are present. There are different types of examples of these forces. If we take the magnet and iron fillings get attracted towards the magnet, that is a non-contact force. If we pick up any object, that is a muscular force. So there are the different types of forces, that is a contact and non-contact forces are present. After that, some activity or some questions are given. Use your brain power in the text. You have learned how to calculate the work done on an object when the displacement is in the direction of applied force. But if the displacement is not in the direction of the applied force, how do we calculate the amount of work done? We know that all know that we can find out the amount of work done when we apply the force on an object. That object get displaced. That means the direction of displacement and the direction of force are the same. At that time we can find out the amount of work done by using the formula, that is work done is nothing but amount of force applied, that is a force, and that force causes displacement, that is displacement. Using that formula we can easily find out the amount of work done. In that case, the direction of applied force and the direction of displacement will be the same. If these directions are not same, they are opposite, at that time how will you calculate the amount of work done? So let us see. Let us take small example. If we apply the force on that object and that force must be 10 Newton, and that causes a displacement of 10 meter. So at that time we can easily calculate the amount of work done. So work done, that is W we can denote the work done by W letter, which is force, that is F, into displacement, that is S. So in that case, force applied on that object, that is 10 Newton, into displacement 10 meter. So that is the amount of work done. 10 into 10, that is 100 Newton meter, and Newton meter is nothing but the joule, 100 joule. That amount of work is done during that process. That means if we apply the 10 Newton force on that object, and that causes that object get displaced through a 10 meter distance, at that time 100 joule is work done. But the condition must be important, that is the direction of force and the direction of displacement will be the same. But if these directions are not same, at that time how we can calculate the amount of work done? Let us see. Some activities are given in the textbook on page number 19. Observe and discuss. There are 3 pictures are given in the textbook. First picture, a girl is given and a table and 2 objects are given, that is A and B. You must have seen events depicted in the picture B and C above. Second picture gives a small girl carry a tool or toy by attaching a string. Third picture C, that gives a vehicle pushes another vehicle. So when a child pulls a toy with the help of string, the direction of the force is different from that of the displacement. Similarly, when a large vehicle tows a small one, the direction of force and the displacement are different. In both these cases, the direction of force makes an angle with the direction of displacement. Let us see how to calculate the work done in such cases. That means in playing, small children pushes a toy by attaching a string like this. That is the toy, and the attached string, and small children carry that toy. But in that case, that is the direction of displacement, and that is the direction of force, and that is the direction of displacement. They are not same. In that case, the angle is made with the horizontal. So in that case, how we can calculate the amount of work done? Let us see some examples of that. Amount of work done when force is applied on an object, but the direction of force and the direction of displacement are not same. That means it makes some angle with the horizontal. Work done when force is applied, on an object making an angle with the horizontal, making an angle theta with the horizontal. So in that case, how amount of work done will be calculated. Let us see the example. Suppose that is the object. If string is attached to that object, at that time, if we push the object, what will happen? In such case, that is the string, that is the direction of displacement, that is the direction of force, and direction of displacement, they makes an angle theta with the horizontal. That is the direction of force applied, and that is the direction of displacement. they makes an angle. In that case, let F be the applied force, that force applied on that object which makes an angle theta with the horizontal, and let F1 be the component force of the force F which acts on the object is in the direction of the displacement. That means let F be the applied force and F1 be the component means त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो पूरक of F, component force of F in the direction of displacement, in the direction of displacement. That means that component force, the direction of component force and the direction of displacement are the same. Let S be the displacement in that case. Let S be the displacement. S be the displacement, and also the amount of work done is given by simple formula. The amount of work done is given by, we know that work done is nothing but the product of force and displacement. In that case, the force acts on the object, that is F1, that is the component force of force F, and S will be the displacement. So that is the amount of work done. But in that case, the force F is applied is in the direction of the string, that is at an angle with the horizontal. So in that case, that means F, that is a force, acts and which makes an angle theta with the horizontal, and so let theta be the angle that string makes with the horizontal, and we can determine the component F1 of this force F which acts in the horizontal direction by means of trigonometry. That means we can find out the value of that component force F1 when force F is applied along the direction of the string which makes an angle theta with the horizontal. So we can find out the component force, that is a right angle triangle, that is angle, that is a theta. In a trigonometry, some ratios are given, trigonometric ratio, and these are totally depend upon the right angle triangle. We can find out the cos of angle theta, cos theta. Cos theta is nothing but the base upon hypotenuse. Base upon hypotenuse. That is the formula for cos of an angle. In that right angle, base is, that is the component force, that is F1, that is the base, and hypotenuse, that is the applied force, that is F. So therefore cos theta, which is equal to F1 upon F. So from that we can get the value of that component force F1, which is equal to F into cos theta. Suppose that is the equation 1. And if we put the value of component force F1 in that equation 1, we get, put this in equation 1, we get, that is W is equal to F into cos theta into S, that is W is equal to F into S into cos theta. That is the formula to find out the amount of work done when the direction of force or the direction of applied force on an object makes an angle with the horizontal. In that case, we can easily find out the amount of work done by using the formula, that is W is equal to F into S into cos theta. That means theta is nothing but an angle. That quantity angle must be 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree, 180 degree, depending upon how it makes the angle with the horizontal. Some charts are given. For particular value of theta, the amount of work done. So in that table, the angle theta will be given and cos theta will be given also, and also that is the amount of work done, that is W equal to F that is W equal to F into S into cos theta. And conclusions. So in that case, first given the value of theta, that is 0 degree. At that time, the value cos 0, the value of cos 0 is 1. That's why that is 1. So in that case, if we put the value that is 1 cos 0, so W is equal to F into S, that is the amount of work done. From that, we conclude that in that case, the direction of force and the direction of displacement are same, and positive work is done. And next given, that is angle theta, that is 90 degree. The value of cos 90, that is 0. In that case, amount of work done, that is W is equal to F into S into cos theta, that is 0. That automatically gets 0. In that case, the direction of force and the direction of displacement are mutually perpendicular. In that case, no work is done. That means 0 work is done. Another angle is given, that is 180 degree. At that time, the cos 180, the value of cos 180, that is minus 1. So in that case, the amount of work done will be, if we put the value of cos 180 in that, so we get the minus F into S. Negative sign indicates that the direction of force and the direction of displacement are not same, they are opposite in direction. In that case, negative work is done, that is the conclusion. So that is all about the amount of work done when the applied force makes an angle with the horizontal. At that time, we can find out the amount of work done by using the formula, that is W is equal to F into S into cos theta. In exam or in numerical problems, the value of cos are given, that is cos 0, cos 30, cos 45, cos 60, cos 90, these values are given. So after that, definition of work, and we can also know the formula of work. Formula of work, we can get the units of work. Units of work. There are two types of units are used, that is a SI and CGS units. SI and CGS units. We all know the formula, that is work is equal to F into S, force into displacement. And in SI system, the unit of force, that is Newton, and the unit of displacement, that is meter. So therefore, W is equal to Newton meter. That means in SI system, the unit of work is Newton meter, and which is known as joule. So that is the SI unit of work, that is joule. This is called the joule, that is Newton meter is nothing but the joule. When we say that the 1 joule work is done, 1 joule work is done, 1 joule. We know the formula, that is W is equal to F into S. If we apply the 1 Newton force on an object causes 1 meter displacement, at that time we can say that the amount of work done is 1 joule. That means 1 joule, which is equal to 1 Newton into 1 meter. That means if a force of 1 Newton on a displaces an object through 1 meter, we say that the force or the amount of work done is 1 joule. So that is the definition of 1 joule. Another unit, that is the CGS unit. In CGS system, the unit of force, that is a dyne, and the unit of displacement, that is centimeter. That means dyne centimeter. That is the CGS unit of work, and which is known as erg, or it is also known as the erg. When we say that 1 erg is work done, so when we apply the 1 dyne force on an object causes 1 centimeter displacement, at that time we can say that 1 erg is work done. So that these are both are the definitions of 1 joule work done and 1 erg work done. After that, there is a relation between these two units, SI unit of work and CGS unit of work. That is relation between joule and erg. Let us see that relation between joule and erg. That is relationship between joule and erg. In previous standard, we all know about the Newton and also dyne. That means 1 Newton is equal to 10 to the power 5 dyne. And we know that 1 meter, which is equal to 100 centimeter, which is equal to 10 to the power 2 centimeter. And we all know the formula of work done. Work done is equal to force into displacement. And when we say that 1 joule is work done, 1 joule, which is equal to, if we apply the 1 Newton force on an object, causes displacement of 1 meter. And 1 Newton is nothing but the 10 to the power 5 dyne. And 1 meter is nothing but the 10 to the power 2 centimeter. That is we can multiply these two. Base is the same, indices, addition of indices 10 to the power 7 dyne centimeter. That means dyne centimeter is nothing but the erg. We already see that, so that's why 10 to the power 7 ergs. That means 1 joule is equal to 10 to the power 7 erg. That is the relation between joule and erg. So this is all about the work done. Amount of, how will you find out the amount of work done? Units of work done. The remaining part of that chapter we will see in the next period. Thank you.